Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle sports and gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
Diggity dank.
Hello, welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And as we've been promising, another episode of all new titles out this week. Nightwing 101 and Batman Superman World's Finest number 12. Although they should have renamed it for one issue. Robin Supergirl World's Finest. Did you see that? I guess coming up in the next few months, they're going to start up Brave and the Bold again, like the comic, which is basically the Batman team up book. I think we might have talked about that, but it's like, let's do a Dick Grayson team up book.
Yeah, I've seen people say that before on the internet, that it would probably be it would make more sense if they wanted to do a member of the Bat family. Yeah, it would make more sense to do Nightwing.
And they don't all have to be set in the present. It's like, you can do him as Robin teaming up with different people too.
You know how Batman is. DC is the house that Batman built right now.
Oh, I know. They're doubling, they're tripling down. Well, I mean, he is popular all over the world.
Batman, my favorite character.
Thank you, Ray.
Is that a joke though? Batman's not really his favorite, right?
No. He was being sarcastic on someone else's show, and I emailed this person and said I need that audio.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
I love Batman.
I don't know. I got lots of drops of him saying Batman's his favorite. He loves Batman, so I don't know.
Batman.
They're all tinged with sarcasm.
It's the accent. All right. Because I don't think we have any current any news. Titan still isn't back.
Well, just news. Speaking of Titans, though, when I went into the app that my comic book shop has, they did let me pre-order Titans, the comic. So the first issue is supposed to come out in May. So you might be able to start pre-ordering it now, maybe in March at your shop, depending. So
we might have to add that to our new comic roundup every month.
Yeah. Also, I noticed this. When did the price of Nightwing go up? Because now it's $4.99 instead of $3.99.
This is when you've hit the big time, because they do that with Batman's books now. Because we had that backup story in the back. So this is when you know you're popular.
Because World's Finest was still $3.99.
Yes. See, that's the thing. They do that with Batman's books. I think they're still down with Wonder Woman's book. But yeah, it's when you know you're a pillar of DC. So,
when you cost more. Awesome.
Well, yeah, when they can milk your fan base for more money. Yes. So. All right. So, which issue did you want to cover first tonight?
Okay, so let's cover World's Finest first.
Chronologically first, yes.
What?
Chronologically comes first.
Right, yes. Also, because this was a very weird week for me, and this is kind of embarrassing, but I need to let this out, and then you can go on. But so World's Finest was a very good issue that was not a good issue for me personally, in that it made me really anxious. Because the bad date, they were doing such bad cringy things. And so it made me get anxious, when I watch an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David. I cannot watch that show because he makes too many bad choices. And so it was a good issue, but I did not enjoy it as much as I wanted to because I felt anxious because I had so much secondhand embarrassment from what was going on.
Again, they're teenagers, Teenagers don't know what they're doing.
I know, but it made me sad that I didn't enjoy. It was like my brain was telling me this is funny, but in my gut, I was like, yes, but I'm also so nervous about what's going to happen next.
And all the chaos is caused by a monkey.
So, I will say though, so I thought it was good, but like I said, I did not enjoy it to the fullest extent. And I read a bunch of short reviews about it online, and like everybody was like, it was good. It was a fun story that kind of showed the faults of Robin and Supergirl, but in a nice way. And I agree with all of that. But I was glad that I found one review that was like, there was one, I was enjoying it, but there was one page in it where I was like, it was that page where after Dick mentions his dead parents, then he's recounting it to Bruce. And he looks so sad. He's like, I mentioned my parents and she didn't say anything. And Bruce is like, well, her whole planet died. So, and I was like, what the heck? That was like, and the one review was like, that joke just didn't really work for me. And yet that really did not work for me either. Because on the one hand, I understand that Bruce is kind of like the very logical, that he's just like, get over it. You can't always, click with people. It's fine. Move on, blah, blah, blah. And very logical. And yes, that's a very logical thing. But also, dead parents. Bruce Wayne is the person in the whole world most into his dead parents. So that made me a little bit upset, particularly because Dick's face when he's talking about it is so sad. And then Bruce is like, get over it, whatever. Dead parents, dead people on the planet, moving on. And so that was like about the main thing that didn't work for me. And then also on that same page, when Carol was like, I need so much attention. And Clark's like, yeah, he kind of does. And I was like, ouch, man, Dick just got ripped on this page. I feel like I would have liked it better if it didn't have that page in it.
Yes, but what about, what was that, the second story page when he's sitting in the Batcave? You see, and the Sutis sketching for a new identity.
Yeah, now that I thought was funny. Yeah, that I thought was really funny. And then something odd popped up in my Facebook feed from Bleeding Cool. Sometimes, and I think you've said before that website is kind of a little bit sketchy. And I think they just try to do too many hot takes, because they had some article that was like, now we know the real reason Dick became Nightwing. And they were trying to say it was from this comic because of the bad date with Supergirl. And everyone was like, no, dude, that was clearly supposed to be a joke in the comic.
Yeah. No, I like it. Sometimes they troll the trolls because, after everyone was complaining about John Kent being bisexual, was it Superman? They were just like, Clark Kent came back. They're like, finally, we have a heterosexual Superman. And
so, yeah, I mean, sometimes they point out funny things, but then they'll also take one issue and be like, oh, it happened in this issue, so that's the reason. And it's like, yeah, we know. I mean, I'm sure it was kind of a joke post, but I was like, whatever.
the only thing I'm sad about is Mark Waid just came up with this, so there hasn't been a history, because if this had been in canon beforehand, Jason or Damian would have been like, oh yeah, well, you're the one who tanked the date with Supergirl, and it'd be like, that was years ago.
Well, maybe they'll bring it up now.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Maybe they don't know.
And so is this like it? I don't know. Are they saying Dick has a type now? Because it's just like, oh, when he meets Starfire, it's like, oh, she's almost like Supergirl. And he has a type, females from other planets.
Oh, I don't know. I saw people joking. They were like, of course it wasn't going to work. Supergirl's not a redhead.
Oh.
So I think that Mark Waid was just trying to do something different.
Oh yeah, he's just trying to do a humorous, bad.
Well, right, do a humorous episode, but also kind of, play with the because we really don't see. I mean, I don't I don't feel like we've seen. I don't really know much about Kara's love life. I don't know if we see her go on many dates, but of course, most all of the other times, most people. I mean, there's some with Barbara, but most of the time he's like very successful with women. So I guess this was kind of, a nice difference.
I think this is because he's younger and
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why it made me anxious, was because it's so true to a bad date where like he's trying too hard to impress her. And of course, I really was like, when Kara was babbling on about kryptonite, I was like, ouch, dang, that really hits home. I mean, I would not be babbling on about kryptonite, but I would definitely be babbling on about medieval history. So I was like, ouch.
well, see, this is a roadmap on what not to do on dates.
Right.
I don't know, but Dick did make a mistake by coming to the date in costume, I think.
Right, but that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I had forgotten that she knew his secret identity, because sometimes they're not always clear about that. But I guess since it's Silver Age, she would have.
I guess that's another reason. I'm like, why would you show up in costume when it's like, she knows who you are, so.
But like he said, they did the date in costume, or they made the date in costume.
Yeah.
I like that it was Supergirl that asked him out. I thought that was nice.
But yeah, after she saw him save himself, and she's like, I didn't know a human being could do that.
And technically, nowadays in the modern world, when you invite someone out on a date, if you're doing the inviting, if you don't split it, if you're the inviter, you're supposed to pay. So
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously they had to throw in the humor of like, oh, I forgot my wallet.
Yeah, he forgot cash, and he didn't want to use his card that had the name Dick Grayson on it. So the movie Batman and Robin lied to us. He does not have a bad credit card.
I think the only other thing when Bruce was like, you are pretty flamboyant, I was like, ah, dang, Bruce. But then Dick was like, you dressed me in red and yellow. I was like, wait, I thought that was with the Grayson colors. I thought you dressed you in red and yellow.
Always depends who's telling the story.
Right, I know. It depends.
But yeah, the conversation was awkward, but what more did she want? He's catching bowling balls, for God's sake.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, it was funny. It just made me on edge because it was like too accurate. But I like the slapstick stuff more, the very Silver Age stuff with the monkey and the bowling balls.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because yeah, I mean, she seemed to get most upset because, of course, you notice that the woman was complimenting her hair right before she gets knocked in the fountain. So it was like, your hair is so beautiful. Boom, now it's all wet.
And I guess that, when Dick falls into her, I guess he could have caught her off balance. But I'm like, if you're that strong, is a normal human knocking into you going to knock you over? Again,
I guess they don't have special balance. I don't know. We just
got
gotta go with it, okay?
I
It just
know.
had to be a bad day. So yeah, I like it. Sometimes I felt like I kind of wished. I really liked how Superman was like very validating of Kara's feelings, and I wish Bruce had been a little more. But I know that's not Bruce, so I know it was like very much Bruce's. I was like, some parents, because I felt like when Dick was sad about it, that he was like upset that someone doesn't like him. And I really felt that because I also worry that people won't like me, even though it doesn't really matter. But Bruce was just like, move on. People don't click. It's cool. And I kind of wanted to be like, it's okay if not everybody likes you.
It might have been kind of funny if like they had swapped and it's like you saw like Dick talking to Superman about the date, and then like Kara went to Batman. It's like, what is wrong with that kid of yours?
Well, that's funny because because of course Kara's big thing was she was not very I mean, she came in kind of annoyed, and then she was like extremely emotionally distant the whole time. So she had some Batman vibes going on there.
Yeah, that would have been funny if Bruce would have been like, why didn't you go to Clark with this? He's too touchy-feely. Yeah, I know. So yeah, I did see an article. They're like, oh, so this is the reason Dick becomes Nightwing.
Right. And I was
I
like, no, it was just supposed to be a funny joke.
Dark Eagle.
Right, because obviously he's not truly ready.
I'm
I
not-
like that he wasn't wearing pants, that he had his original outfit.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was so cute how when he came in, she was like, oh, I'm here. I was like, oh, that was so adorable, but she already came in mad.
Well, yeah, she X-ray visioned the place. See, I saw he was in costume because she was wearing regular clothes. Because that's the thing. She was like, you know, she's like, I know who you are. So she's like, are you just trying to show off that you're on a date with Superman's cousin?
Right, which I was thinking, which, I mean, of course, it makes sense. She said, but I was thinking when he said, give them a show, he's meaning more like, I'm Robin, you know,
Yeah.
like he's thinking that.
Well, no, yeah, she says, she goes, I didn't even know you had, he goes, I didn't even know you had a secret identity like Aqualad. And it didn't help her. She's like, was she flirting with that waiter saying, oh, you look like Green Lantern?
I mean, yeah, I don't know if she was flirting with him, but it came off that way. So yeah, but the first time I read it, I was also a little sad because I felt like they made Dick look worse than Kara, because Kara, but it's more just like Kara just kept complaining about it because yeah, then when I went again, I was like, okay, so that was like an innocent mistake. Are we doing this costumes or not? But then she goes in mad. She misinterprets what Dick says about the show because he won't met himself. Then she starts flirting with the waiter, which maybe she didn't see it as flirting with the waiter, but like it felt like it definitely felt like that to Dick. And so then he's trying to overcompensate by being too braggy. She's annoyed by it. Then she starts droning on about lowering crap. And then of course I did also enjoy the kitchen shenanigans.
Oh yeah.
Because her food takes forever. So then Dick's getting hangry, and Kara's like, now he's not paying attention to me.
See, that could be the problem. They were both just getting hangry.
Well, no, but Kara's not. Remember, she's like, I don't actually need to eat.
Yeah, true. Kryptonians. I just want to know about this trauma because that this bad date issue set you off.
No, it wasn't that. Yeah, no, it's the
It's like you thought I showed Dick in a bad light.
Well, no, it's the bad. It's that they were always making the wrong choice.
Yes.
That's why so when I first read it, I was like, that's why I can't watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Because Larry David always makes the wrong choice, and it always I'm stressed out watching the show, even though it's funny. I know it's funny. Everyone else around me is laughing, but I'm stressed out because I know his choices are always making things worse. And so that's what was happening to me when we were watching The Date. I was like, this is funny, but I know with every panel it's snowballing and getting worse. And like the Dick or Kara, whichever one, is making every panel they're making the wrong choice, and that was stressing me out. That's all.
Yeah, and again, I think it's just like they're both nervous. They're supposed to both be nervous teenagers, and two, they're not normal because I think at this point neither one of them had dated a lot. So
yeah. No, I mean it was supposed to be that. It just.
I get it.
It just I was like, oh, this is a funny issue, but it just like hit me in a Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm kind of way that I wasn't expecting. So when I first read it, I was like, that's all.
And then I love when he's like trying to tell her bowling balls, it's a monkey. She's like, wait, what? Wait, you're serious?
Right.
But no, yeah, it was good. And I get everything you said, but yeah, I thought it was a decent issue. But yeah, they were going for the humor.
Right, and then normally I love that. You know, I love humor. So I think it was just it's Kristen's personal Larry David syndrome, which is that because I liked it a lot better when it was the second half, like this kind of slapstick stuff where he like fell into the, where it was the bowling balls and the monkey, and they fell in, because all of that was like not really them doing the wrong thing. It was just Kara comes in and she's mad. So then Dick says the wrong thing. And then Kara starts droning on. And then he's like, where's the food? And she interprets that as like, oh, what? Am I too boring for you? And he's just like, no, I'm hungry. So it was just that everyone is like making, and they're making the wrong move, and the other person is interpreting it in the wrong way, which is what was supposed to happen. And it makes it funny, but it also made it stressful for me.
And what did you think? I mean, I'm sure it's probably a joke, but that last line when Dick says to Bruce, does Talia have a sister?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I get it. It's supposed to be funny, but I would quibble with that because Dick has never liked Talia. So it would make more sense if he said, does Selena have a sister?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that was my only quibble with that. Well, I was like, okay, funny, but it really should have been Selena, because Dick would never want to date Talia's sister.
Although this would be a interesting Elseworlds is if these two did get along and maybe, started like a lifelong romance, Dick and Kara. I
mean, I think hopefully they just get along better as people. I think it's nice when I think it's nice that they're not trying to push them.
Again, just like an imaginary story where these two houses intertwine, You know what?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the only other thing is I don't know enough about Kara to know. I assume that this was a good characterization of her. I mean, it felt like a pretty good characterization of Dick for a teenager who's out on a date trying to impress someone, that those are the mistakes he would make. Really, the only thing that set me off was I was like, ouch, Clark, you dissed on our little Robin. And then Bruce just like casually nudging over the dead parents thing. I was like, that feels like that's something that Bruce would be like, oh, I can't believe, because I cannot imagine if a date ever, Bruce mentions dead parents in a date, was like, so where's the food, that he would ever let that slide.
And Dick, you never taught me how to be a playboy.
Right.
I don't know. The whole problem is Dick should have just went to Alfred for advice on women.
But I mean, he's a teenager, so it was funny to see.
Yes.
It was just the comedy of errors.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
I said it just was a personal thing that stressed me out, so I did not enjoy it as much as I had hoped to.
Yes.
If it had been more monkeys and bowling balls, it would have been more enjoyable for me.
All right, let's calm you down. Let's talk Nightwing 101.
All right. Well, wait, what did you like about it, Phil? We don't, like I said, I liked it. It just stressed me out.
I mean, I liked it. Again, I wish, like you, I wish we had seen Dick in a little more positive light. But yes, he's a nervous young teenage boy. So, a hangry, nervous teenage boy. So, yeah.
Right. And I did think that one of the reviews, though, said, and I think that's correct, they did do they were supposed to not be at their best. And I get that. And I think they did do a good job. I feel like because I know Dick more and we're more in tune with his comics, like I could see more where he was making the mistakes. But I mean, it's not like Kara didn't make mistakes either.
What again too? It's like, she's a teenager too, but she's not even from Earth, and it's like she's not like Superman, where she came to Earth as a baby. Like, she has memories of living on Krypton, and then the parents sent her to Earth, and she was in suspended animation for a while. So, so it's like, all of a sudden she's trying to date on another planet. So,
right, and you can tell that she doesn't really know how to interact. So, it was. So I thought, anyway, I went in one of the reviews, I thought that was good, where they said they do show, it felt very realistic, and they do show that they're both, they show them both in a negative light without it being mean-spirited.
Yeah.
Because they're actually not that It's just misunderstandings and common mistakes. And I think that was why actually it was stressing me out, because it is so relatable, that the kind of things that happen before the monkeys. That I was like, this is the kind of thing that, does happen in real life and is stressful. Whereas if the whole thing had been like, oh, monkeys and bowling balls and falling into fountains, like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that was going to bring them together, but
But no, I mean, I like that they were. I mean, I think that it would be better. I don't want them to date, so that's fine. I hope that they can get friendly.
yeah, I was almost hoping just the whole monkey and bowling ball thing is they were just going to be like, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't date, but I did have a fun night, and shake hands or something at the end of the night.
I'm hoping that they can maybe progress to that point later.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe Mark Waid's got an ongoing thing going on. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just because it doesn't work out. I mean, plus the other thing is like she just asked him out on a date. Like they don't even have to like each other that much. I mean, like it was just a date.
I guess I just hope they can be more civil with each other.
Sure, but I think it's supposed to be that team up that happened was not that long after the date.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking.
All right, let's talk some Nightwing, whatever.
All right, sounds good.
I mean, I like this one too, but I was not expecting this story. Well, either one of them, but especially the main story.
Yeah, so oops.
It starts in the depths of hell.
Always a fun time.
Yes, because it starts with Neron. Yes, he's still after Blockbuster's daughter. Yeah, if you don't know Neron, yes, he's actually, either the demon or the devil of the DC universe or a devil, but this is the guy who made the deal that turned Killer Moth into an actual moth man.
Okay.
Because it wasn't 1995. Yeah, he was making deals with villains to for their souls to upgrade their powers and stuff.
Oh, okay. So he was, because I know he was in whichever one they referenced, 90 or 98.
Yeah, that's right.
Nightwing 98. So Neron was not invented for that issue.
No. He's been around since the 90s. Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Now, how about Grinning Man? Has he been around since the 90s or is he new?
I didn't recognize him, so I'm thinking he might be new.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. But it seems like the Grinning Man must be jumping from body to body because first he's the king of Vlatava,
maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Is this a common DC place or are they making another one up?
That might be another made up one.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know it's made up. I guess is it made up on the sense of we just made it up boom, or is it made up Croc, Bialia?
Yeah,
made up as in there. What's one? Markovia. That's the other one.
Yeah, no, I think this might be another new one.
Okay.
Look this up. Oh wait. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Oh yeah. It might have appeared in some Green Arrow issues.
Okay.
Years ago, but. Oh, okay. This is the country where Count Vertigo comes from. That's right. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay. Yes.
So it must be near Markovia then.
This country shares a border with Hungary. It says so. Hungary. So.
I mean, yeah, you can just tell by the name. I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be Eastern Europe, kind of like Markovia. Supposed to be.
Yeah, it looks like it showed up in issues of Green Arrow and the Suicide Squad. So.
Okay. Do you know, is Bialia in the comics or is that just in the TV show?
No, I know they've mentioned Bialia before. Yeah.
Okay. Is that supposed to be in Europe or is that supposed to be Middle East?
Beyond might be Europe, I think. What is it? Quark is in the Middle East, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I was pronouncing Karak because I thought it
Yeah.
was supposed to be like an Iraq equivalent.
It might
so
have
I
been.
made
It might be.
So I made it rhyme.
But yeah, I guess yes, Neron already has the Grinning Man soul, but he says he needs a favor. Yes, he wants the soul of Blockbuster's daughter, Olivia Desmond, who right now is under
Just also again, like man, Blockbuster, total villain. Like you sell somebody else's soul.
especially your child.
I know. I mean, it's like bad enough. It's bad enough you sell someone else's soul, and then it's a child's soul, and then it's your own child's soul. You're the worst. The absolute worst.
But luckily, Olivia's under the protection of the Titans right now.
That's right. I like her little sword in the stone game. Obviously.
With Gar.
Freaking Nay. Why doesn't he just like Nay?
Foul sorceress. Yeah, because she's playing with Gar and Raven. And then Dick and Haley show up. I love how Olivia's like, "Hi, Bitewing." She doesn't talk anymore.
No. Too bad, because that was cool.
I know. But yeah, Dick's saying it was an imp, and Olivia, he made Nightwing sticks magic. What?
Right. Well, and so this I thought was a very cute contrast, or it like very nicely shows how Dick has grown up when you read it with World's Finest, because he was, kind of trying to impress Supergirl, and then this Olivia's like, the magic phrase is Nightwing is awesome, and he's like, no, we don't need to tell them because that's like braggy and embarrassing.
Well, he knows the whole team will make fun of him too.
Right, but it also shows he's matured.
And I love that Dick, when Dick says to Gar, "It's all right. You were the first talking dog we loved." But yeah, wherever they have Olivia, Raven says, "Yeah, no one can get in without her letting them in, and it's the place is shielded from all technological surveillance."
Yeah. So, how old do you think Raven is supposed to be?
I don't know.
Because they keep been like moving her age back and forth.
Well, it's like, I don't know if she technically died or was reborn. I know, like, in the early 2000s, she was kind of reborn or something. I think she did come back as younger, so. And then once again.
Yeah, because was that when they started calling her Rachel?
Maybe.
Because wasn't it? I mean, if I'm remembering right, in New Teen Titans, she was just Raven. Like, yeah. Raven is her name.
Yeah, she might have come back as and then like another body or something. But and again too, we've once again it's like New 52, and we've had Dark Knight's death. The multiverse has been destroyed at least twice, So it's like, and I think I don't know if they're is it just me or did they try to make her look more like the TV show Raven?
A little bit.
Yeah, like when her hood's down and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like right there, I thought they were trying to go for TV show Raven.
Well, and it's so interesting also to see what they've been doing with, because in the kind of young graphic novels, they're putting Raven and Beast Boy together more because they're kind of together on the show.
Yeah.
Or like Beast Boy's crushing on her on the show. But then in some of the animated universe movies, they've put Raven with Damian.
Yeah.
And were they doing that in the comics too? In the New 52?
No, I don't think so. No, yeah, I think the whole thing with her and Gar is just like, when she did come back, I think she was closer to his age, maybe his age, because she's probably older than him before, but now she was like closer to his age.
Yeah, well, it feels like Gar's age. I mean, Gar's was younger than them in New Teen Titans anyway.
Yeah.
because the rest were out of school and he was still in school. But I don't know. It also feels like he ages more slowly. I mean, nobody ages at the same rate, you know.
Oh yeah, and a lot of times shapeshifters can look young, they stay looking young. Oh, okay. So I see this ad. Okay, this reminds me. Yes, I got the last part of Lazarus Planet today. That was the cover. Nightwing is on the cover, but is nowhere in the issue. So, yeah, see, he's like right there on the corner. Yeah, was not in the issue. Was not
Well,
in.
I haven't gotten it yet. Like I bought it, but I haven't physically gotten it yet. The one that's like, Lazarus Planet. There's one that I think he's in. Like
Oh
one
yeah,
of the
yeah.
tie-ins.
Hold on. Let me. Is it? Yeah, there. I forget which one it was, but yeah, he was in one. It was like a short. They had like a couple stories in there, but yeah, he was in one of the stories.
Yeah.
But yep, not the last one.
Is Lazarus Planet, is that supposed to be spinning out of the Crisis, or is it something else?
Basically, it spun out. Well, it kind of takes place between Batman vs. Robin 4 and 5.
Okay.
Because like they took a break after Batman vs. Robin 4, and then at the end of this last one, it said to be continued in Batman vs. Robin number 5.
Okay. And that's supposed to be the last one, right?
I think so.
And then I'm wondering if they'll go back to the Robin.
I don't know, because Tim has a Robin book right now. I don't know.
Right, but it's called Tim Drake Robin or Robin Tim Drake. No, I
Yeah,
forget
Tim
which one
Drake Robin. Yeah, so
Yeah. So it's like they still have the Robin title. They moved into Batman versus Robin. Is it going to go back?
which I haven't seen the numbers, but someone was telling me that I thought was it Dave? Someone was telling me I think Tim's Robin book may not be doing good numbers, and I'm like, I hate to say it, but I can believe it just from that art.
I'm gonna say if it's not doing well, it's definitely the art. The art is
art's the
weird.
big thing. Yeah,
The art is super weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think in comics, people are more likely to give a story a chance if the art's better.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I know there are websites where you go and see. That would be too bad. Because I think the stories have been pretty good.
Yeah, the story. That's what I said. I said the story's not bad. I said it's just the art.
Yeah, the art is not good.
The art takes me out of it, especially when their necks are like 2 feet long. It's
Well, and the faces are very weird.
yes.
Yeah.
It just takes me out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, but then Dick comes and tells Raven and Guard there's a body buried under the old Titans Tower in New York because they're building the new one in Bloodhaven.
That's right.
Oh, this is the one thing I did see people were complaining about this issue. They're like, "Oh, what is this? A Titans book now instead of a Nightwing book?" Which is probably, I mean, they're probably, Tom Taylor's probably setting up the Titans book that's coming in May because he's writing that too. But everyone was like, "Where's Barbara? Oh, they're benching Barbara already."
I mean, it's been one issue.
I know. I was gonna say I love Barbara too, but
I mean, yeah, they got to set it. I mean, I do think the next couple of ones are a bit more focused on the Titans, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure they would diverge eventually because that's.
I bet you after a couple issues of this, it's gonna be like, oh, I wonder if this one they're just gonna like it's gonna be like, oh, this storyline continues in Titans #1.
Yeah, I
mean. Oh, but yeah, Raven and Dick go to the old tower, but then Starfire shows up, basically digs into the rubble to find the body. Who? It's the King we saw before. And Amanda Waller shows up and is not happy that they pulled the body out because this is a head of state. But Dick, I thoroughly investigated the area and photographed the scene before we moved the body. And again, Neron put the body here because, well, unless the Grinning Man has some kind of powers, because it's like, Dick was saying, the body seems like it's was only put there probably the last 24 hours, which, meanwhile the tower's been down for how long?
Yeah, I think they said like a month.
Yeah, it's definitely been longer than a day or two. But so Dick's like, yeah, I don't know how the body was placed there or why. I think it's someone's trying to incriminate the Titans.
Yeah, sorry, I just went and looked up real quick. So it looks like through Nightwing 104, which is the ones I've got like set up, and those are the ones that I can see. It looks like through 104 they'll be doing kind of like Nightwing with the Titans to save Olivia and the backup with John Kent. But 104 also comes out in May, so it could be that
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So it's like 102, 103, 104. So yeah, it could be that that's kind of setting it up.
Oh yeah, especially since Tom Taylor's writing both. He wants you to read both books, kids.
Plus, there's nothing to say that there won't be some stuff with Barbara in it.
That's true. And again, yeah, Dick should be written consistently, like I said, because both books can be written by the same guy. I just hope, like, sometimes it's like, I know everyone needs their time in the spotlight, but sometimes it seems like on team books, sometimes where it's just like, I hope Dick isn't pushed too far off to the side every time just because he does have his own solo book.
Right, and I think that's why they definitely wanted to relaunch a Titans book, because you don't want a solo book to become a team book, because that's not what people signed up for.
But yeah, Dick's in the morgue with this woman coroner, and then oh yeah, she's from the King's country, and says, "Did you know the king?" And then she knocks him out from behind.
Well, I also found it interesting that so he's been dead for weeks. So I guess it's like when, well, I don't know. I mean, because obviously he invades, spoiler alert, he invades Nightwing, so he doesn't necessarily kill you. But maybe I'm wondering if it's like, so he killed the king and then he kind of like reanimated his body.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe unless it's like maybe when if the Grinning Man's in your body or something, it kills you, or you can drive around dead bodies. I don't know. Yeah. But it's like he doesn't take over Dick's body. It seems like he shapeshifts into a version of Dick.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
Because he knocks Dick out, and then he meets Starfire and Raven outside, and they're like, "Oh, we don't want to leave Olivia alone too long." And he's like, "No."
Right. Yeah, because you're right. Dick's laying there.
Yeah.
And he's turning into him. I don't know. Maybe he can. Maybe when he takes over people's body, maybe he can shapeshift. But well, obviously he can shapeshift. But maybe when he takes over people's bodies, he kills them.
Maybe. I think I think it's a new villain, so Tom Taylor will
I assume it will be revealed.
Exactly. And then we get the backup story, because remember,
wait a second. Have we finished with Heartless yet?
Did we? I forget. Did we catch him in issue 100?
I feel like it was only a month ago. I shouldn't have forgotten already.
I know. I feel the same way.
But I was thinking, that was when he's like, I'm going to invite the Titans and stuff. So I'm thinking that it's kind of like this stuff is going to be setting up with the Titans, and that maybe we'll be going back to Heartless after this arc.
Yeah, maybe. Again, that's completely possible.
Probably more so with Bloodhaven. Because I remember in that interview, Tom sounds like he wants to do more with the sister, Melinda, and she's probably not going to be a huge presence in these, so I think they'll probably be going back to that.
Yeah, so it'll probably be.
Yeah, I was thinking they rounded everybody up and stuff, but they still and they got Tony Zuko back, but they still don't have Heartless.
Yeah. So I'm sure they're gonna make us wait and sweat it out.
I just want to say though that one where they're walking, Raven opens it up. Dick and his creepy grin.
I know.
I was like, grinning man. I mean, obviously that's his thing, but that was a good one. Okay, and so yeah, then the backup, it says it picks up after the events of the annual. So that was the annual. One part was the Heartless storyline, and then the other one was him training John, right?
Yep, because we kind of see that he's basically trying to show John how to take down an opponent. He's like, you're not always going to be able to rely on your strength. You're going to run into someone stronger eventually. But for 3 months, I've been training him for 3 months. But then I guess John must see something at this circus or whatever, because I guess it's a mother and son trapeze act, and the kid falls, and Dick catches him because he's thinking to himself, like, after what happened to his parents, he promised himself nothing. That would never going to happen again.
Yeah.
Because the kid's like, can you teach me that catch?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it must be kind of nearby-ish. I'm not sure how good John's what the range of his hearing is. But yeah, presumably he could hear them freaking out, and so that's how he knew. And then
But I guess Dick sees that all this reminded me of that night that I stopped believing in accidents, because he's like, oh, this is a trap. So he has John look with his X-ray vision. I guess finds a bomb and a teddy bear that some little girl has in the audience.
Yeah, or like the teddy bear that's sitting next to her. Yeah.
Yep. And as they're trying to get everyone out of the tent, the bomb must go up.
Yeah, that'll be interesting too.
Yeah, different writer, different artist. I did like this, especially. I did like the art, especially when Dick catches the kid.
Yeah.
So yes, kids. Yes, the Nightwing's hit the big time, because yes, we get a backup story. I guess I don't know if going forward, but yes, as an extra $1 for your Nightwing issue this month.
Yeah, up through 104, which were the ones loaded in, it still has both stories. So.
Yeah, again, like I said, Batman. I think it was a Batman Detective, and been doing that for a while. Wonder Woman has. Guess we'll see if Superman does. I was gonna say Superman #1 just came out today. They rebooted that, so I don't. That hasn't done it yet, but Action Comics is doing that. So.
Oh, the backup story.
Yeah, the backups. Yeah, that's the was that last week? I was telling you the one with Power Girl, where Dick shows up with Gar, and he was basically stuck as a sheep or something, and he wasn't like talking to anybody. That was
Where you said that was in? What was that in again?
Action Comics 1051.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's very retro, because they used to do that a lot in the,
in
the past.
Oh yeah, remember that Action Comics Weekly story we did with Dick and Roy? For the 50th anniversary. Yeah, in 1988 they did Action Comics Weekly. I believe Mark Waid was an editor on that.
Wow.
Yep, it was his history.
For sure. And then we have an advertisement for the graphic novel that's coming out. So they're saying their take on Dick is very close to canon. They said there's something honest and vulnerable about Dick that makes him instantly relatable. His backstory in canon also worked well with the found family aspect of our Teen Titans books. They also wanted to bring something new, which turned out to be Dick's relationship with Damian. In our take, Dick is Bruce's adopted son, and he and Bruce only recently learned about Damian's existence. So now Dick has a younger brother, one he wants to get to know. But Damian feels replaced, and the emotional stakes are high. So it sounds like they're going to be a bit closer in age, probably, than they are in the main comics.
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't think that. I mean, we'll find out.
But I was looking. Nightwing 102 comes out March 21st, so like exactly a month.
Sounds good. Apparently, it says also Slade Wilson's going to be in it.
Of course.
Slade and the Hive.
I mean, I like Deathstroke as a character, but it's just like, sometimes it just seems like with certain characters, they just beat the enemies, like a dead horse, like the Titans. You're always going to bring in Deathstroke. It's like,
Well, I think it's fine because remember, Deathstroke was originally a Titan's enemy.
oh yeah. But I'm just saying, you don't have to use them every time.
Tell that to Batman and the Joker. Jeez.
I know.
They're the worst ones about that.
All right. Anything else on these new issues?
Nope.
All right. Well,
although I'm with Olivia, I wish Bitewing would talk again. That would be
exactly. Cool. Maybe she doesn't have anything to say. All right. So next week we're gonna do Robin War.
No, wait. Aren't we going back to the Nightwing stuff that we skipped over for this week?
Oh, I took it off the schedule. I mean, if you want to,
Oh, you took it off. Oh, okay. I thought we were just.
Well, I wasn't gonna monkey with the schedule too much because it's like, next month then we're gonna have to replace something to do new issues. So I mean, we'll.
Oh, okay.
And again, I mean, we're always gonna be here as far as I know. So I mean, we can always come back to stuff.
All right, that's fine because that's the one where that old woman. It's not old woman, but where that older woman creeps on Dick.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what's next week then?
Robin War from Robin War 1 and 2, Grayson 15, Detective Comics 47, and We Are Robin 7, and Robin Son of Batman number 7. I can send you the list after.
I was like, holy crap, this is way too many. I can't get them all written down that fast.
Yeah, I'll send you the list.
Is that the whole thing, or are there 2 weeks of Robin War?
No, that's it. That's the whole thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. That's the whole thing. And then in 2 weeks we're gonna do Starfire issue 7 and 8, guest starring Grayson, Agent of Spiral.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then in 3 weeks we will wrap up the Grayson series, Grayson 17 through 20. Wait. Oh, and April's gonna be nice because I put a bunch of the comics based on the animated series on there, so we're gonna get some. Yes.
So it'll be multimedia.
Kinda. And then so we'll have 3 weeks of that, and then the last week of April we're gonna do that Titans X-Men crossover issue. So
Nice.
So yeah, big stuff coming, kids. Oh well, we'll probably have to move something around in March when the new issue of Nightwing comes out. So
yeah, since we'll have that graphic novel too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see how much he's in World's Finest because we might just have to. Yeah. Maybe we'll pick just 1 week and do the new Nightwing issue and the graphic novel.
Yeah, that'll be good.
All right, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember the new system, kids. You want to find the shows, you want to find videos, you want to find social media, you want to find merchandise, hell, if you want a list of all our shows with who's on what, yes, go to our new website. Going to go to tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. And yes, I know that's a long address, but the link is in the show notes. Every video, every episode we do, the link will be in the show notes. So go get your one-stop shopping. And speaking of shopping, again, it doesn't have to be a holiday. It's always a good time to pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder on Amazon. Again, the comics can only tell you so much. If you really love Dick Grayson, you will pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder on Amazon. If you love Dick Grayson and Kristen, you will pick up Dick Grayson Blue Wonder on Amazon. If you love history's 2 greatest sidekicks, pick up Dick Grayson. So yes, Dick Grayson Boy Wonder on Amazon. Pick it up while you're picking up that Teen Titans Robin graphic novels. That'd be great if they recommended that. If people buy that graphic novel, they're like, you. People who buy this also buy Dick Grayson Blue Wonder. All right, so there's your homework. Read and then feedback, and then pick up Dick Grayson Blue Wonder.
There you go.
See, because she's a professor, so yes, you do have homework. All right. Again, thank you for joining us for new comics. But again, yes, next week, Robin War. So you're going to be getting all the Robins and then some. And yes, in 1 month, we'll have our next Nightwing issue. So see if the Grinning Man's still smiling when Dick catches up to him. And all the good stuff coming soon. All right, but that's it for now. Until next time, join us same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News. Watch that first aid, kids.